Good evening and welcome to the 7th and 8th grade Spring Orchestra Concert. We are so glad that you are here tonight. It's a beautiful evening out, but I guarantee you are in for some even more beautiful music tonight. So thank you for taking time to join us. A couple of quick announcements before we begin. First of all, if you had somebody that couldn't join us this evening and that would like to watch, it is live streamed on our YouTube channel, which can be found on the district website. It's also recorded on there, so if you can't watch it right away, you can go back and watch it later on. So you're always welcome to send that link and share it with friends and family that are out of the area or just not able to attend so that they can watch the concert as well. While we're talking about devices, if you are going to record tonight's concert, which is absolutely encouraged, please make sure that the flash is off so that light in the back is not distracting to our performers. And if you are using a device to entertain a little one with us here today, please make sure the volume is off so that your neighbors can enjoy the concert around you. I am so excited for you to hear them tonight. They sound fantastic. They've been working really hard. And up first, we have our 7th grade orchestra, then we'll have our 8th grade orchestra, and then we'll bring both groups up to play together to wrap up the concert. So without further ado, one more quick announcement. After the concert, please let them exit first, get situated, they have to get their instruments all settled, and then they'll meet you out in the lobby or the cafeteria area. Thank you, enjoy the show.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. So that first piece was called Going to Boston, which is an American folk song. It was arranged by a woman who taught in the Oshkosh and then the Appleton School District Middle School Orchestra, Carrie Grussell. She's a friend of ours. So we're really honored to play her music here tonight. That was Going to Boston. One fun fact about the 7th grade orchestra tonight. They're playing in 3 different keys. 3 different key signatures tonight, which is an amazing feat for any orchestra, much less 7th graders who are just learning about different key signatures. So they've been working super hard on learning their key signatures and the finger patterns that go along with that. At this point, I would like to point out that each and every child that you see on stage and down here, they're all unique, as I'm sure you know, and we value each and every one of them very much. Each child brings their own talents, their own gifts and personality together to create the musical ensemble, our orchestra. Although each child contributes to our orchestra team, there are some who go above and beyond the expected. Many years ago, like many years ago before I got here, the Neenah Middle School Music Department decided to publicly award those who enhance our music team through achievement, leadership, and performance. You'll find a description of each award in your program. So at this time, I would like to award some of our 7th graders with these awards. Students, if your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Audience, if you would kindly hold your applause until I am done reading the names. For achievement this year, Espen Wincoop. Leadership, Carlos Adams Gonzalez and Abby Henry. Performance, Aria Lishner and Summer Glesner. All right, I will distract you while we're doing a stage change. I have important announcements. Actually, these are very important. So, each year, the Wisconsin School Music Association members meet at their fall convention in Madison, where they are privileged to attend performances of the honors orchestra, bands, and choirs. However, these performances are just the product of a long process of auditions and rehearsals. This year, we have 5 members of our Neenah middle school orchestras who auditioned along with hundreds of other middle school students from throughout the state to become a member of the state middle level honors orchestra. Results are not announced until early June. However, these students deserve recognition for their hard work and persistence in the audition process. Students, please stand or wave when your name is called to receive our applause. And audience, please hold your applause until I've read all 5 names. 6th grader, who was in the previous concert, Ethan Huo. 7th grader, Carlos Adams Gonzalez. And 8th graders, Rachel Thomas, Ariel Lishner, and Jason Harris. Let's give them a round of applause and wish them well. remember if I talked about this at our January concert or not, but like they said, we could use a little reminder too. So during our 7th and 8th grade solo ensemble festival in November, I asked the clinicians to keep their eyes and ears open for what we call an outstanding performance at the site award. Their job was to listen to all of the soloists and all the ensemble members in their room and then choose 2 that absolutely knocked their socks off. The following students were awarded this prestigious recognition. Students, please stand and remain standing until all are announced. Audience, you know the drill, hold your applause until they're all read. Okay. So at site 1, the judge was Miss Steffen, Audrey Granado. There was a trio: Audrey Granado, Vivian Carrillo, and Akiri von Grassen. They were that site. Lily Muka. Site 2 with Mr. Smith as the judge, Charlotte Wagoner, and Rachel Thomas as soloists. Site 3 with Mr. Hutchinson, Phoenix Yar, and Reagan Kohler. And then honorable mention was Carlos Adams Gonzalez and Paige Vickman. Let's give them a round of applause. I always think that's pretty cool when you can knock the socks off of a professional when they're just wowed by your performance. So now, I told the 8th graders, I said the 7th graders are playing fast and loud stuff. So when we come out there, we're gonna be super chill, laid back. We even considered sauntering on stage while we were playing, but we didn't quite have enough time to get that done. So our next piece is called Over the Rainbow, a chance to breathe, relax, and chill. On April 11th, our 8th grade orchestra had the opportunity to participate in the Northeast Wisconsin Festival of Music in Green Bay, where they listened to and critiqued a middle school orchestra, performed for and received feedback from top directors in the Midwest. Tonight you'll hear the two pieces we brought to the festival, but improved as we were able to put into use the feedback we received at that festival. Please enjoy our first piece from the festival called Orange Jam. This year's 8th grade class, which happens to be the class of 2029, is an amazing group of individuals. They have a strong group personality featuring strong work ethic, playful fun and humor, creativity, and intelligence. I've enjoyed my 3 years with these people, and I look forward to seeing what the future holds for them. You know what's coming next, the awards. Students, if your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Audience, hold your applause until the end. For achievement this year, Charlotte Wagoner. Leadership, Sam Klasky. And performance, Wesley McLaughlin. my hand so they don't sneak read it. Before we perform our final 8th grade piece, I have one more award to present this evening. The Outstanding Orchestra Musician Award is given to an exceptional 8th grade orchestra student who has shown incredible musical growth and strong leadership throughout all 3 years of middle school, offering help to any at all, seeking out new musical endeavors, but always striving for musical excellence and making the group better. This year's outstanding orchestra musician is Phoenix Yar. So, as we're doing our final stage change, so in programming the music for this concert, the 5 pieces you've heard, they're a lot. They're pretty intense. And I feel like we have a lot of intensity in our world right now. And I wanted to leave you with something different. So I got out one of my favorite tunes. This is the melody from Jupiter, from the planets, Gustav Holst. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous melody. And so I hope, once we get this chaos figured out up here, I hope that you can find some peace in this gorgeous, gorgeous piece, in these beautiful faces looking out at you and working so, so hard. And I just wanted to let you know that's why we're ending with this one, with everybody on the stage. While they're finishing up, just a reminder, sign up for Summer Strings. It's fun. It's really a lot of fun. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't. And then also an opportunity, and I put a QR code in the program. Mr. Matushak and I and a couple of us other teachers were on staff for the Rock Infused Orchestra summer program. It's really tons of fun. We just go every Thursday night and we rock out. We just jam. It's so fun. Like they said at the previous concert, if your child can't be there every Thursday, it's okay. They don't even take attendance. It's just kind of up to the kids to learn the music, and and we help them along as staff members. And then we put on a big rock show at the beginning of August. So it's a really good time. It is not a school district event, so it costs money to run the program. But thanks to our Neenah music parents, which is you, there are summer music camp scholarships available, and they can help cover the cost of that. So check out those QR codes, sign up for all of it, because these kids have done such great work this year, and it's just so sad when it all falls out of their brains over the summer. So keep them playing, doing all the fun things. How are we doing up here? Ooh, look at that. I turned my back and they get all set up. Wow. Okay, so take a deep breath. Enjoy Jupiter. Thank you so much, and thank you, kids. If you would just give us a second to get everybody out of here, that would be fabulous. Thank you so much. Have a great night.